Okay, I always think that these unboxing videos are dumb, so I'm going to do one. So here we go. This is not, what do they say? This is not a, promoted, not promoted. What's the term? It's not a funded advertisement for this company. It's just something that I saw, I'm on YouTube all the time. And this company, Misfits, stuck out to me. I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. Get some fruit, some produce. It's stuff that's just not beautiful enough for people to buy at the store. This is also not sponsored by Starbucks, but I am drinking Starbucks this morning. So here we go. Let's take a look at what we've got in the box. Real question is, when am I going to get a camera mount? I'm not going to make everybody sick. So, I have not looked in this box. I have no idea what we're going to see here. Seems pretty well insulated. Ooh! Bio Drain Sink and Garden Safe Gel Pad. That is ice cold. Everything looks ugly already. But, we got some tomatoes here. Nice beef steak tomato. I was really curious about how all this would be packaged, and allegedly I can go on and customize, never gonna be able to get this open, customize what it is that you get every single week. Let's take a look. This is gonna be the first look at oh, look at that. Those are definitely some hideous tomatoes. A little bit of bruising here, you can see on there, but to me, I don't really care about that. That is not a pretty tomato, but it is a functional tomato. And that, to me, is the most important thing. I'm not about what it looks like, but I will say you can see here it's organic. Probably can't get that camera white balance level to adjust. There we go. Organic, Wilson's, Whole Sun. So, I mean, that's a high-level piece of produce. Got some fantastic, look at that. That's actually going to be really nice. And the other thing that's interesting, too, this whole box was somewhere between $20 and $30. I think it was $20 shipped, which to me is not a lot. One of the things I thought about the other day was celery. I was like, for as much celery as we use, I use it for a lot of mirepoix. Just it's an aromatic. It's something that gives things a little bit more taste. I was like, boy, as much as we use this, we should grow this. Well, guess what? Checked out how hard it is to grow celery, and apparently this is one of the plants that is the most difficult thing to grow that exists in the plant kingdom, if you will, which actually saw this in the store the other day, and I thought to myself, woo, I could grow some celery. It's a celery root ball. This actually has got a very celery taste to it. You thin slice that and add that to different stuff. It's this is not really celery, and I don't think it grows the same way. So anyway, just thought that was interesting. This is actually called a celery root, earthy and nutty flavor. Excited about that. Totally unrelated to this unboxing. Got some fruit here, some nice apples. So what's wrong with these apples? Why are these apples not in a store? I do not have giant gorilla hands. These are pretty small apples, all right? So if you take a look at that one of the things that they sort for is they sort for size, they sort for color, and they sort for consistency. So those two probably not big enough for what's going on there. But, the other thing that I really like about this, get down here, the other thing that I'm excited about this whole process is that it's gonna force me to eat some stuff that I wouldn't normally eat, I wouldn't normally get. Along those lines, we got some lemons. Again, if we take a look at these lemons, and hold on. Here's a lemon that I bought. Here's the lemons that they sent me. Here's a lemon that I got in the store. You tell me, if you look at those, there's a big size difference. I know it doesn't seem like super crazy, but that right there, here's your store-bought. Here's what you're getting from Misfit on this site here. They're just smaller. They're just smaller produce. And there's nothing wrong with it, nothing bad about it. But we're gonna use those and either to brighten some stuff from an acidic level. Got a couple potatoes. I have no idea why these potatoes made their way into the box, but if you take a look at those, just normal red potatoes. White onions. These white onions, a little bit of bruising. These look pretty good. These are pretty good looking white onions, like something that I definitely would expect to see in a store. So I'm surprised to see these in a Misfit box. They look normal to me. You know what that is? That's a zucchini. I've got 4 or 5 of these zucchinis outside right now on the plant. This is very normal size. I do see some different bruising and abrasions on it. Nothing that would disqualify it from being eaten in my kitchen. But again, who knows? Got some ginger root. Look at that. That's a lot of fresh ginger root. This is something I probably wouldn't buy that much of in the store right now just because we're not doing a whole lot of ginger root. But now I've got it in a box here. Maybe between the onions that we got and some of the other stuff, maybe we end up doing some more Asian style dishes in the next week here. That's the other thing too, is that you get one of these every single week. I have no idea what this is. And there isn't really a guide. I don't think I saw, oh, no, that's some more, this is interesting, Misfits Organic Spices. Talking about I could buy myself some spices if I was interested here. Take a look at that. Yeah, I actually could do that. That'd be actually interesting. But again, there wasn't a guide as to what exactly the fruits are. Fruits and vegetables, I could probably go online and take a look, and there would be a guide that would tell me this looks something similar to some type of squash or something, but probably cut up, quartered, chopped down. Here's a mango. Look at that. Not necessarily, it's getting close to ripe, but we could have some type of mango Asian dish with everything that we've gotten here so far. Looks pretty good. And then lastly, you know what that is? That is my father's favorite type of root vegetable, and that is a beet. So that's everything that we've got. Let's take a look here. I don't see anything more from a packaging standpoint. I don't see a packing list. Pretty okay with it. You know, good looking box. Came pretty quickly. Everything was as advertised. So I don't know. You tell me kind of in the comments. I know that there are other options out there as far as getting ugly fruit and stuff like that and vegetables. But it looks pretty good if we take a look here. That's all of it just out on the counter there. It's not like I'm overwhelmed with the amount of produce that we got today, but you know, we eat a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables. That is something that I think when I was younger, maybe I thought it was kind of expensive, but it's not. It's really not. And learning how to break those things down, how to actually utilize that stuff in your daily cooking, I think is super important. Just from a maturity level, from a cooking level. The one thing that I've been doing the most this summer is figuring out how to render and how to break down garden fresh tomatoes. And I made 2 different sauces the other day. It took me about 2 hours in the kitchen. Fantastic. There were some onions, threw in some garden fresh jalapenos that I had, and it's really just taking it, I blanched everything, peeled the skins, taking it from where it's at, working it all the way down to a beautiful, delicious sauce, and understanding what the composition of that is and how those things go together. So again, not sponsored by Misfits Market, but this is a first unboxing that we've done. I wanted to share that with you guys because I didn't know what was going to be in here. I didn't know what to expect. So you got my own reactions to everything here. But again, you notice there are some differences in size. This one came straight from the supermarket. This one came straight from Misfits. And no, I'm not holding it like this and making it look like it's totally different. That's side by side. It's good produce. Check them out. See if it's something that maybe works for your family right now. One of the things that I think most people think about is whether or not it's delivered, whether or not it's safe. Thanks for joining me for this video, and look to see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.